A long, long time ago, I can still remember how amusing he could make things sound. And I knew if I'd had my pen that I should take notes even then, and maybe then I'd have them for you now. But every word he said was clever, and every parable I remember Matthew has recorded, and Luke I think has more yet. I can't remember if I try what I learned about in junior high, but some things taught by Jesus Christ remain, refusing to die. So bye-bye, Mr. Parable Guy. Got my blessings through the lessons taught by heaven's Messiah. Them good old days of seeking wisdom divine, sitting listening to the Parable Guy. Listen to the Parable Guy. Did you like the book of Luke? And do you like fables that are true? If you like, I'll tell you some. 'Cause a true believer's crop is slow when seed gets wasted by the road, but plant a steep and plow the land, we'll grow. Well, I know the storms will come again, so don't start your mansion in the sand. He won't pick off the fruits if that fig tree didn't produce. Ooh, and if a lowly widow won't give up, she can make a case and win a wicked judge. But the new wine is powerful stuff, and it waits for you to try. You gotta drink it bye, Mr. Parable Guy. Got my blessings through the lessons taught by heaven's Messiah. Them good old days of seeking wisdom divine, sitting listening to the Parable Guy. Listen to the Parable Guy. Now if a shepherd's sheep are all at home and one goes out on his own alone, well, that's not where he needs to be. Won't the shepherd search for the missing sheep? And of course the woman does not sleep till the coin, till she can't find his retrieve. And while his kid was getting down and spending all his money in town, of course his father yearned for him to return. And all the wedding guests who don't get smart, the Lord just catches them off guard and leaves them virgins in the dark the day the groom arrives. Bells are ringing bye, Mr. Parable Guy. Got my blessings through the lessons taught by heaven's Messiah. Them good old days of seeking wisdom divine, sitting listening to the Parable Guy. Listen to the Parable Guy. Selfish wealth, it is a shower with the leaven's gonna spread. Oh, and as they robbed him on the way, the man was left in disarray. No neighbor stopped to help. He couldn't save himself. And as a stranger finally pulled aside and spied the battered Israelite, I saw him save him gladly with delight, and he made it through the night. He was strengthened by Mr. Parable God. God, my blessings through the lessons taught by heaven's Messiah. Them good old days of seeking wisdom divine, sitting listening to the parable guy. Listen to the parable guy. The little children sang the blues, and they blasted forth some happy tunes, but things just failed to turn their way. I went out and I made some more, said the servant who got his reward. But the man that made excuses couldn't pay. When the wheat was filled with weeds, the mustard climbed from the smallest seed, and all the birds were hoping the birdhouse now was open. And the thing that I admire most from all those funny parables, they taught the lessons for the folks whose faith was rooted in Christ. 'Cause they were seeking by Mr. Parable Guy. Got my blessings through the lessons taught by heaven's Messiah. Them good old days of seeking wisdom divine, sitting listening to the parable guy. Listen to the parable guy. They were seeking by Mr. Parable Guy. Got my blessings through the lessons taught by heaven's Messiah. Them good old days of seeking wisdom divine, sitting listening to the parable guy.